Oh look, it's recording now. It's funny how it happens like that after you plug in the right hard drive. Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all. Now in this video, we're going to be going over some of the reasons why I think the new North Carolina DLC, the 12th season of DLC, I'm not sure why I just did like the number 2 up to, that doesn't make any sense at all. But either way, the whole reason we're going to be talking about this is because a lot of people seem to not have bought any SnowRunner DLCs in quite a while. Now, obviously there are some that have, but a lot of people in my comments have been telling me that due to a lot of other issues surrounding the game, they've been sort of out of the SnowRunner DLC loop for quite a while now. So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the reasons why I do actually really enjoy the Season 12 DLC, and also why I think this particular map is potentially one of the prettiest maps I've seen in honestly quite a long time. So without any more, rambling on and on, let's go ahead and fire up our truck, and then we're gonna start up the job that we have on our, I almost said get started on the job that we have on the agenda for today. And I'm like, yeah, that's the real trans agenda, just hauling cargo, hauling cargo around. So let's go ahead and just get the trailer all hooked up. If I can find my tailgate control. You know, it really helps. It really helps if your truck is in reverse, especially when you are trying to back up. All right, so that's good. And where do we have to go? So honestly, this shouldn't actually be all that hard at all. We just have to make our way out here to the farm. And then after that, honestly, we just have to make our way to the tower. So I actually went ahead and kind of plotted out a much more detailed route. And honestly, I really wanted to do that because I felt like if I didn't do that, let's just say it was going to result in some not so great scenarios. And I would have also been opening the map, like, honestly, probably constantly. So without any more just sitting here at the garage, let's get out on the road so I can talk about the first reason why I love the North Carolina DLC so much, and also why I think it's a lot more realistically immersive than a lot of the other SnowRunner DLCs in recent memory. Now, RIP that stop sign. I guess I won't be stopping there anymore. But no, back to the topic at hand. I'm really bad about staying on topic. I'm so bad about it. But reason number one, why I really actually enjoy and recommend this DLC is because it's honestly got a really pretty game world. And when I say it's got a really pretty game world, essentially what I'm talking about when I say that is the game world feels very, not necessarily alive, because I feel like if I say it feels alive, people are going to get the wrong idea and think that I mean, you know, NPCs and traffic and things like that, which SnowRunner definitely does not have. However, a lot of the feeling of life from this DLC comes from the fact that there's a lot more greenery around the map. There's a lot more flowers, there's a lot more bushes, and there's a lot more. I love how I'm talking about like flowers and bushes as like these monumental things that are supposed to make a map like so much better. And like, it's not wrong, it's not incorrect, but at the same time, it also feels like just an odd thing to be complimenting about a map in general. Oh, almost there. Oh, I'm so glad I upgraded to this slightly faster transmission. It is so much better. It also makes me feel like I'm not just bogging the truck down all the time. Because if y'all saw the last video where we went and picked up the lifted Suburban, you'll know how slow this truck was. Okay, but like, look. So this is exactly one of the things I'm talking about right here. I know it's a small detail, but like a lot of other maps in SnowRunner do not have little patches of flowers like this on the side of the trail. And stuff like this adds so much character to just about any map. And when you have a map that has a lot of extra character added to it, it automatically makes it feel so much more alive. And in that same vein of talking about what makes the game feel alive, what's interesting about that to me is how that wasn't really as much of an issue, or really didn't seem to be something that people talked about quite as much in the days of MudRunner, because MudRunner, in a lot of ways, especially visually, was a lot more bland than SnowRunner is. However, I see a lot more people trying to criticize SnowRunner for being too bland, and so it's just a very awkward, I don't know, it's a very awkward comparison, at least in my personal opinion. Alright, do you have what we need? I suppose they have wares if we have coin, so to speak. So we need wooden planks, and we also need service parts. We are so, like, over-prepared for this. Look at how much extra space we have that we also legitimately don't need. I mean, I honestly would have gotten another trailer, but we're also on a map that, at the moment, doesn't really have a trailer store nearby. So it's not necessarily something I can just simply go grab, or simply just go buy one. And now we get to start now we get to start the more interesting part of the drive, because we actually get to drive onto the island. So the island isn't really all that difficult to make your way onto. It's just a really pretty drive regardless. And that's another thing that I want to touch on in this video, is how incredibly gorgeous this entire region, but especially this map, which if you're not aware, this map is actually Flatland. So I personally find Flatland to be the most visually appealing one of the maps out of this region. However, that's honestly not to say that they're not all incredibly gorgeous. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons why I think this region in general has been one that I've come to love so much is honestly because it's one of those regions where, regardless of the sort of difficulty of whatever section of the map you're in at that time, you're always, like, at least I am always just enamored with how gorgeous and immersive the map and the environment is. So if you find yourself wanting an environment to really get lost in, honestly, the North Carolina DLC is right up there with the best of them. And in my opinion, it's actually one of the best ones they've ever released. However, I didn't think that until I spent a little bit more time playing around with the DLC itself. So you may have to, like, spend some time immersing yourself in this game world and unlocking kind of all of the maps. But trust me, once you do that, and once you spend that time and you actually put that time in, you are going to be so happy with it. Oh, come on. Oh, let's go. Oh, we're almost there. Not too bad. Oh, this thing absolutely rips. I sometimes forget how much of a powerhouse this truck actually is. Whether that's, sometimes or all of the time or only, only little bits and pieces of the time. God, what a gorgeous map this is. Sometimes I have to remind myself that staying on the trail is kind of important. Oh, look at this. See, it's these little environmental features that really bring this map and rather the other maps also in this whole region to life. It's like you get all of these little tiny details that weren't really present on a lot of other SnowRunner maps. Almost there. We're also going to get a reward of unlocking another watch point once we repair this lookout tower. Oh, let's go. Not bad. It'll be only fair if you climb it first. So what's the view like up there? Honestly, I sure hope the view is good. And of course, if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And if you're new around here and you would like to see more, or you have any suggestions or requests, leave all of those in the comments below as well. But that is going to do it for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one.